And hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Before we do get into today's video, as always, make sure you do drop a like on this video and subscribe to the channel for more Celtic content. So a little bit of a shorter video for you today, guys. We have some big Bojan Miovski news to discuss because he has spoken out about his future beyond this season, and left some of Aberdeen's fans in doubt whether or not he'll be there come the end or come the start of next season. So I'll discuss that in just a second because it is quite interesting to see, his thoughts on his future at the club and the interest around him from Celtic and Rangers and teams in England. But before I do get into that, of course, we were back in action again yesterday in the Scottish Cup as we beat St Mirren away from home 2-0. Now, it was a good victory overall. I thought the performance was much better, miles better than what we've seen in recent weeks. It felt a little bit more routine. Sometimes you go to these grounds and you struggle, and Celtic have struggled in recent weeks in certain games against Aberdeen, for example, a 1-0 win against Ross County at home. Very, very poor performances in recent weeks, and it was good to see kind of more of a routine victory and a solid performance from the boys. And I thought that's what that was yesterday. A little bit shaky at times defensively, but I think overall it was a respectable performance, and hopefully we can kind of continue that consistency into the next few games and until the rest of the season, really, and not make this title race as close as it needs to be, really, because it's a lot closer than what a lot of Celtic fans would have expected at this point of the season, and you can't really blame anyone else other than the team's performances. I guess maybe recruitment a little bit as well. Injuries haven't really gone in our way as well, but overall, it was good to see a bit more of a routine victory yesterday, so I'm happy with that result. And of course, we take on Livingston now in the quarterfinals of the Scottish Cup, and hopefully we can regain that trophy again for another year. So let's discuss this Bojan Miovski news because it is, of course, quite interesting. So we were linked to Bojan for a while throughout the January transfer window. We were looking for a striker. We were linked to, of course, Adam Ider at one point, Miovski, Shankland at one point, a lot of different names throughout Europe. Too many that I can even mention right now. Of course, Celtic settled on Adam Ider in the end, who was brought in on deadline day on loan. A lot of Celtic fans weren't too happy with this signing due to the way it kind of came to fruition. It was a transfer deadline day signing. It was a straight loan deal, no option to buy, and it didn't really impress many supporters. But although in a space of a week he did score 2 goals at Easter Road, so that kind of did ease the hostility a little bit, but I think it was more hostility towards the hierarchy at Celtic, not the player himself, because it isn't really his fault. But of course he performed well at Easter Road, got us the 2 goals from the penalty spot, scored under pressure as well. Superb performance from him. But yeah, Miovski was a player linked to us, and he's been in superb form for Aberdeen so far this season, and what's been a pretty disappointing campaign for them personally, sitting 9th in the table right now. He of course scored recently against Rangers at Ibrox, in a game they lost, unfortunately, with a late-on goal from Todd Cantwell. And then he scored 2 goals as well against Bonnyrigg on Saturday as well. So he's been in really, really good form. 22 goals in all competitions, 13 in the league. And he's spoken out about his future today to the Glasgow Times, and he said, "I'm happy to link with clubs like Celtic, Rangers and Southampton, because that means I'm making progress. What the future will bring, I don't know." Now this, of course, points to the fact that he might leave come the end of the season. When he says what does the future will bring, I don't know. If a player wants to stay at the club, they normally are pretty certain that they want to stay, and they say, I want to be here for many years to come. But it looks like he probably will not be an Aberdeen player come the start of next season. And the question for you guys I want to ask really is, would you still be interested in signing Miovski, or do you want to see how this Ider loan goes first? Of course, if Ider performs well on loan until the end of the season, would you want to sign him permanently, or would you still want to kind of target more Miovski? Of course, Lawrence Shankland's been linked as well, as you mentioned. For me personally, if it was between Miovski and Shankland, I'd prefer Miovski, just because Shankland's at that age now where he's at his peak. You're not going to really see him get better than he is right now, whereas Miovski is still quite young, 24. He's still got room to grow and become a better player than he is already, which is quite exciting. But I'm very much still in the mindset, let's see how Ider goes first, see what his loan kind of brings, see how many goals he gets, see how he performs for us, then make the decision then, do we want to sign Miovski, do we want to sign Ider? But it'll be around the same transfer fee anyway. £3 million for Ider has been reported, £3 million for Miovski, so it'll be around the same transfer fee for either of them really. So that's the question for you guys, is who would you like to sign, Miovski or Ider, or Miovski or Shankland, or wait to see how Ider gets on come the end of the season. But quite interesting there to hear his thoughts on his future at Aberdeen. and it kind of does open maybe a gate for Celtic to go in there in the summertime and sign him if need be. So yeah, let me know your thoughts on the yesterday's result against St Mirren in the Scottish Cup. And let me know your thoughts on Bojan Miovski's words as well with regards to his future. And as always, drop a like on this video and subscribe to the channel for more Celtic content. Thank you. Take care. Bye-bye.